The wind was just going this way, and then it would go this way, and then it would go this way, and everything was just exploding, and there's fire everywhere. But your heart doesn't even beat the whole time this is happening.
Are you guys at the junction, or are you guys all the way out?
23 years. It was our first house. I was worried that if I saw it, I would never remember my house. I would never remember it. But I can remember it.
The sky was like orange and like really eerie looking. There had been fires all over the West Coast that day that there was fire in Happy Camp. Super like somber and devastating, and like people were still shocked.
I would describe as a mega fire, the Slater fire, which has burned over 150,000 acres. And it's the result of a couple of things, but one is over 100 years of really bad forest management by federal agencies. And that includes the exclusion of tribal burning and tribal management. It includes suppressing every fire that pops up, no matter whether it's what time of year it pops up. And then you put on top of that global warming and record high temperatures, record low humidity, and winds. And you put all that together, and we have these devastating fires that are literally burning down entire communities in the West.
It just keeps happening and happening and happening, and they can't let it happen again.
It's crazy. This is right outside the house.
In California, we are one of the most species diverse places in the continental United States. If there's an opening, something's going to grow. The Karuk tribe and many tribes on the river use fire to establish boundaries and cleared areas around their villages so that when fire comes, it isn't catastrophic like this was. We've done it for thousands and thousands of years, and then the Forest Service has showed up for 150 some odd years and has not allowed burning to happen.
And it was not in a natural state. Climate influence on top of that, and I haven't seen a northeast wind like that ever in my life.
Why, when there's red flag warnings, when it's over 100 degrees, the wind's blowing 30 miles an hour, why wasn't the power shut off?
I want to know what happened.
You don't own pieces of earth, you own responsibilities to pieces of earth. You outlawed Indians, you hung Indians for doing what they naturally do to manage this place.
The Forest Service wants to manage for 2x4s. Karuk want to manage for fish and acorns and elk.
So in a lot of cases, they're failing the indigenous people, but they're also failing in their mission. The overall outcome of the fire exclusion policy that this was built on to protect the timber ended up, creating massive fields of brush out there that make it really hard for any kind of deer or elk population to thrive. Hunting and fishing, those are staples for indigenous people.
I've seen it a lot of times. The river will be the end of July, you have a thunderstorm, and the river just turns chocolate from the 2-year burn before that, where it's just completely nuked out. So it's gonna just wipe out that next year's salmon run.
Still trying to bend Mother Nature to our will.
So now we have to fix it. We have to fix our village. We have to start integrating prescribed burning and traditional ecological knowledge into our management of this area to help make it more fire resilient.
And people have to get comfortable with smoke. This idea that we can live without fire, it's like saying we can live without hurricanes or earthquakes. It's like, no, those things happen. So what you have to do is learn how to roll with it and live with it. And living with it is having fire on your own terms and not letting it be on the terms of either a power line igniting a blaze or a lightning strike igniting a blaze. We need to set the fires ourselves at a time that it's safe and appropriate.